Yo, what is up, everybody? How are we doing? I have a lot of energy right now. Just got off a call, so apologies for the little bit of a late delayed stream. But part of building in public is taking these meetings and adjusting where needed, and then coming on and giving you guys some updates. So sorry about that. I had a meeting that I had that ran a little bit longer. Let me get this posted to the X profile so that way we get some more exposure there. If you are watching on X, repost it, because why not? We're also live on Pump and YouTube as well. So let me just get this situated, and then we'll jump straight into what we are doing right now. All right, let me pin this, and then we will be good. Pin to your profile. There we go. All right, what is up, beautiful Clipit community? How are we doing? How are we feeling? If you guys are new, this is Clipit, your AI-powered content engine. And yeah, we entered the Pump.fun Hackathon, and we've been building this product out with you guys, and shipping the products, the shipping the feedback that you guys give us. So this is, I think we've launched, it's been a week. We've been a great onboarding, over 120 users, 1,000 plus clips. You guys are crushing it. I also had a really exciting talk with Nick, our dev. If you guys haven't seen the stream with him, go over there. He kind of goes into detail on more of the technical side of the platform. But he essentially told me that, hey, Clippy's getting overhauled. And the picture he painted was Iron Man, his suit in the cave, that big bulky kind of, half working one. Half work is the wrong word, but it needed to be improved. He said, now think about his first version when he goes back to the lab. So that's some of the updates that I got for you guys. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys some of these clips that we've been making. Let me make sure nobody's in the chat. Let's see. Also, if you guys need access to this, there's two ways you can do that. One is through joining the Clipit community on X. So right here, let me share my screen. Right here, follow Clipit Dev on X, Clipit Council. You'll get access codes. You'll also have direct access to us. So that's one way you can get these beta testing codes. Another way too is just if you're in the Pump stream, right? You guys know I paste codes there all the time. So if you're in the Pump stream right now, say what's up, say you need a code. And with that being said, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop because I'm excited. If you guys don't know, you didn't see the last live stream, we have updated the quick clips workflow path, and it's magic, and you'll see what I mean by that. But with that being said, let's just have me stop talking, all right? Because you know what happened, guys? You guys know what happened? I'll show you guys right here. I'm going to pause this so it doesn't keep playing. But look at this, guys. Breaking. Elon Musk's new interview just dropped. So you know what that means. Let me do this layout so you guys can see it better. You guys know what that means. When there's a new Elon post, we got to clip it. We have to. So if you guys are new, what you can do here is click on the post. You can copy this link right here. Copy that link. Once it's copied, right, I'm going to show you guys right now. This is Clipit. This is your AI-powered content engine. This is your dashboard. We see clips. When we upgrade, we'll have the scheduling and publishing. That will be a feature that we'll add. So once you copy your post, you're going to go to upload video, right? And you're going to paste that sucker in there. You can see ready to extract. Boom. Right now, you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, video extraction started. So now it's going to pull that video straight from YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube, X, put it directly in our platform. You can see in real time it's doing this. So just one of those ways. I had a great community spaces, which I'll do one right after the stream as well. I had a great community spaces, and I had some members come up, and dude, the questions were great. It was literally, hey, I'm brand new to clipping. What can I do to get started? How can I do this? And I was like, well, let me give you a little rundown on clipping. And then I essentially told him too, like, dude, we're making this platform for you guys, right? So let me, hang on. All right. So we're making this platform for you guys, right? So if you're experienced and you have been in the clipping game and you know how to clip, it's going to make it insanely easy, right? I've had some people like, dude, they've hit me up and like, dude, this platform, it streamlines everything for me. So there's that aspect. If you're experienced, this is just another extension of your workflow. It's going to make it easier and better for you to use and make you more efficient and make you crank out clips like crazy. If you're brand new to the clipping game and you don't know where to start and you're figuring out, how do I create clips? How do I create a brand around it? This is right here, right? This is one of the ways you can do that with this platform. So now we have this video already uploaded. We're going to quick clips with AI right here. This is where your prompt window is and where it lives. This will be able to prompt your video, do the duration, aspect ratios, caption styles. That's all right here. And we're actively trying to improve this the best we can. So let's just do it. So it's Elon. So I'm thinking educational, possibly, right? Let's do this. And then let's do 60 seconds. And I'm going to post these on X. If you guys don't know, we have a community page called Clipit Clips. Essentially, that is clips we make on stream. That's clips about us. Could be clips about partners. Like that is where we are also showcasing these clips we make on stream. I totally forgot. I got to make sure we're live on YouTube, folks. 1 second. Just want to triple check. So let me see here. Are we live? I want to say we are. Bear with me. Yes, we are. We're live. That's all I wanted to see. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to ask you to explain concepts clearly. We're going to do 60 seconds. We're going to do 16:9. And I'll do Netflix caption style. And then all we're going to do is we're going to generate some clips there. All right. So then here on the back end, the video is now being put through our different models. It's coming through that transcript. It's looking for the moments you prompted. It's going to get them all ready for you to caption, cut, and post. So that's one of the things over there. If you guys are on the Pump stream and you need an access code to this site, if you don't know, we are AI-powered content engine, and we are making it insanely easy for new clippers or experienced clippers or brands or creators or people in the hackathon to make clips. So if you're in that chat and you need a code, say what's up. I got some codes that I'm ready to give to you guys. As you can see, I had to top up my balance because I am absolutely blown through my credits because I'm creating, I think my profile has over 340 clips, just me, right? So here, if you guys are curious, this is your usage. So the usage depends on how hard or how far you're pushing the platform and how much the platform's being asked to do. So that's one of those things there as well that also you guys should know. And then you guys can see already 11 clips, right? 11 clips. So in here, you'll see these are all processing. These are going from processing to completed, and you'll see the thumbnail pop up. You'll have the caption, and then you'll have an opening hook and the duration as well. And it's also ranked for you based on that, the virality or whatever you prompted. So you can see the clips are getting generated in real time right down here in the bottom right. And then you're going to see these cards start to transition. We'll see it slowly. There's 11 of them. So some of these might already, so you can see this one's already processed, right? And then you can see, yep. So then we'll just wait for some of these better ones to show up. But how are we doing? How are we feeling? Like I said, right after this, I'll do community spaces where you guys can come up. I can help onboard you guys. I had some great people talk about, just ask how to get started. And that's one of the things we do there. Also too, guys, with the hackathon, we're still building. We're still shipping as much as we can, as fast as we can for you guys. So yeah, just stay tuned for the updates, because if you guys are newer to the platform or you've tuned in earlier to the streams, this new workflow that we have, I'm absolutely to die for. And actually, I'm going to share this with you guys real quick. This is essentially, let me see. What I did is I was up pretty late, and let me find this. Bear with me. I was up pretty late, and I was really diving into essentially the main thing was I dove into the editor. So I was talking to Claude, and essentially, if you guys are curious, this is kind of a roadmap for the editor, right? So priority one is I really want to improve the in and out points so that when they pop up, you kind of see a meter that comes up showing you the duration. So that's one of the things there that I found was a huge priority that we need to adjust, because we've been really working on the quick flow and getting that core foundation for you guys that want fast clips, right? But just so you guys are aware, you're building in public, going to be fully transparent. Here's some of this, I guess you could call agenda this is what we have coming up that we want to push into the new editor. And I've been talking to Nick on a daily basis, just like, dude, let's start cranking some of these things out. So he's actively working on this. So you can expect these will be done. I'm hoping soon. You know, a lot of work has to go into that, especially because essentially we need to kind of rebuild that the editor in a way, because we've been focused on the quick clips. But you guys can see, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna let you guys see the outputs. But here's the cool part. Now, when you're within this window, you can now click edit. What that's gonna do is gonna show you this beautiful playhead, right? So you can view the clip in real time right here.
So making vehicles autonomous is critical. Like I think it was like 10 years ago, I said that, you know, in the future, any vehicle that is not electric and autonomous, like if you're riding a vehicle you have to drive yourself that is gasoline powered, it's going to be like riding a horse and using a flip phone, which is to say that there's still some people somewhere that ride horses, but not zero horses. It's just rare. And some people somewhere are still using flip phones, but there's not many, you know. It's going to be a niche thing. So the future does not contain combustion vehicles, and there will be very few vehicles that are not autonomous. The future is autonomous electric vehicles.
Sure.
And so if the automotive industry does not move in that direction, they will be left out.
Look at that clip, guys. And here's the cool part. You're gonna be like, oh, Jordan, there's no captions on it. Oh, well, hang on. What was that? What was that? There's no captions? Look at that. Look at that. We now have a fully production ready clip ready for you guys to post. So you can export that right here, right? That's how easy you want to make it for you guys. And like, this is also be tweaked too, guys. Like, obviously we want to make this where you can flip between them, right? So maybe an arrow on this side right here, where then you can click through them. You know what? Actually, what I'll also do in the stream is I'll be going through some of these new features that I've seen updated, right? But what I'll also do here, guys, is I'll go into Figma. You guys know I use Figma for kind of my UI and how I want to get the thoughts out of my mind onto the canvas, essentially, and show you guys how I'm thinking about. Dude, like literally, this is perfect. Only little minor tweak that I would adjust is maybe there's a little arrow here where you click and it goes to the next clip, and you can do that, and then you can select them and export them all at the same time. Like, that's what we're doing with the quick flow here. But like I'm saying, if you are new, this is maybe the method you want to use. And I like this method, right? I get to see the clip, preview it with the captions. But here's the cool part, guys. You can open up our advanced editor. And this is going back to that roadmap I kind of showed you guys on essentially what the platform is, what this essentially is going to be built into. So this right here is going to get, this hasn't been touched since day one, because we're like you saw, the quick clips method was one of our big priorities that we wanted to get done and get it working perfectly for you guys. And it's getting close. There's just minor tweaks and minor improvements that we need to use, or sorry, to add, that I think can help it get to that 1% even better, or 10x better. So this is going to have a whole new overhaul, because this is really complicated. This is I'll say this. This is almost looks like our MVP that we had when we started this thing. If you guys don't know, I've been building this thing out since September 25th, 2025. I quit everything I was doing to build this product and build this platform because I believed in it. And ultimately too, I wanted to build in the future, right? I think, you know, there's no point in, you see all this stuff with news and AI and like the thing with Jack and Block and how they just laid off. Like I wanted to control my own destiny, and I wanted to build something in public. So I've been building this since 2025. And then the hackathon was just another method where it was like, dude, now I can show people what I've been building on a bigger stage, right? And show them how that I'm being transparent and I want to improve this thing. So just keep in mind, like, this is about to get a whole new overhaul as well. Like, we're actively trying to fix those things for you guys and make this the best clipping product that anyone can offer, and the cheapest, right? Like, our credit usage, if you guys have been using the platform, I know we have a bunch of power users that have been spamming this thing and really stress testing and telling us, hey man, like, let's fix these products. Like, you got like the cost, like, it's nowhere near Opus, right? So that's just little rant, but I'll go into the here now. Timeline, right? You can see your timeline. You can see we have all of these clips that have been made that are 60 seconds, or you can also see them here too. So let me kind of paint a little picture for you guys of what I'm thinking for the editor. And it's something I passed on to Nick as well. So these cards that are right here, I think these are great, right? You can toggle between these, all sorts of that. This timeline, it's cool. But essentially, I'm like, okay, this and this is essentially the same thing. How about we just, instead of having 3 tabs here, transcript, clips, and chat, how about this clips tab? How about this just gets literally moved, thrown down here at the bottom, right? So then this just becomes essentially what this is with the title and the cards where you can click through and flip. And then when you click on that clip, right, it kind of, you play like a card game on your phone, like Uno, or I don't know if the Uno's on the phone, but like blackjack or something. And it shows you like the cards are right here. And then when you like click on one, like one kind of slides up a little bit and the rest stay at the baseline. And then when you re-click, another one slides up. That's essentially how I want that bottom to feel. So that's one of the things that we're going to be working towards is like grabbing these, throwing them down here so they're easy to navigate. You can see the exact clip that you're in, because there's a lot of, like right now, we have to do a lot of refreshing in order to get the clips to populate or see the right clip. So it's just one of those things. I literally spent like 3 hours last night just like going into the editor and be like, okay, cool. How can we improve this for you guys? And that's one of the things I noticed is like, this is duplicated. And also too, so now essentially when these are moved down here, you'll click on it. You'll see that clip, just kind of how this is showing now. Sorry, you guys here see that. Just how this is kind of showing now, but it's going to be these cards. So it's easier to see, and they're going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to fill more of this screen. And then when you click on that clip, for instance, if I was to click on this, like it just jumps to that clip. But now I want to click on it. It has that little slide up so you guys see. And then above it, a timeline like this pops up to where then you guys will see it and then edit to your desire. So let's go back to that clip right here. So let's say, for instance, you weren't a big fan of that capture style that Clippy got you. Well, another thing too is like we're working on that stuff as well. Let's just say that we're trying to I'm thinking one way we could do that is randomize. You click it a couple of times, you get different outputs, right? But if you wanted to have hands-on control and choose some of these presets here, you can click on that clip, go to captions, right? Let me make sure it's the right clip. No, that's not the right one. Okay, I got to refresh real quick. This is some of the bugs I'm talking about that I want to see get fixed. So I got to find that. Nope. Here it is. So I can click on that clip, go to captions up here, 16:9. So this is where you'll have full control, where you can customize to your heart's desire. The caption style you want, how many words you want. The quick path is essentially what Clippy recommends for you. So also, too, we're also thinking of experimenting with things like maybe your own personal profile has kind of clip memories and how you like this style, or you want this style, or you want this style. And then the more you use it, the more it's supposed to get presented to you. But this is where you can come in and like put them wherever you want, snap it to the middle, right? To the top, wherever you want. I'm going to go just lower third here. I'm going to do 2 words. I'm going to increase the size a little bit. And if you guys haven't followed the Clips page, I'm kind of liking this Netflix style. I just think it looks super clean, right? So I think I'm going to use that as my caption style. I'm going to increase the size a little bit, bump it up. I think I'm going to go all, let's do 4. I'll do 4. And then now you can see.
So making vehicles autonomous is critical. Like I think it was like 10 years ago, I said.
Right, so same clip, but now you have your own little taste to it. So I'm going to export that. That'll be posted later today on the Clipit Clips page if you guys are curious. So those clips are shown as well. So we're going to go ahead and apply and export that. Also here, this is also very important. We're going to work on making sure that you don't see this window twice, essentially, where it just knows your outputs, you're going to do it. But like I said, the editor aspect, that flow is still very much MVP. Very much MVP. 1 second, guys. I gotta do something real quick. I'm gonna make this building in public. I just got a message from one of my partners here that I'm trying to do. Okay, sorry. All right. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, this window essentially is duplicated. We're gonna work on getting that. Like I said, this editor is still mainly, and it's been tweaked here and there, but it hasn't had a full overhaul like the quick path. So this preview window, you can play it. This is how your clip's gonna export live, right? So you see they're a little small for my liking. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna fine tune the caption style. You'll see more of the same kind of options. I'm gonna go large. You guys can see that's how it's gonna look when it's exported. So you guys can see it's adjusting there. I think I'm going to do it just like that. We're going to export the clip at that point. You guys can see down here, the clip is still being processed. So it's going to be exported. So let's dive into the really cool nitty gritty of, essentially, you can think of this as talking to Claude or ChatGPT within your editor here. When you tag videos or tag clips, it's going to have full context around the video and the clips. You guys can see there. The caption, the clip is exported. Whoops. Okay, perfect. So back to what I was saying. It's going to have full context around the clip and the video. So if you are a clipper and you're like, how do I title this? Or if you're a new clipper, how do I title this clip? How do I figure out a caption that's relevant? What tag should I use? Things like that. I have 11 clips. Can I space them out a certain way where I'll have, a timeline? Calendar of content. So that's one of the things that is really cool about this chat window here is essentially you're going to be able to talk with the agent Clippy, and you'll be able to see what it recommends. So I'm going to add this. Let's do, what is it? I got to remember the clip name. Let's see here. It is, which one was it? Gas cars are the new horses and flip phones. So I'm going to go at gas, no spaces. It's going to have full context of that clip. I'm going to say, let's create a caption for, I say Twitter in this agent just because that's kind of the language it's been taught is Twitter rather than X. I'm sure you could put an X and still get the same output. I just say Twitter to be safe. Let's say I'm going to add the clip, and I say let's create a caption for Twitter that let's do that. Let's create a caption for Twitter so I can post this. Right? So like in the future, you're going to ask it this, and it's going to have the caption, and you're going to be able to one-click publish, right? That's essentially the kind of the workflow that we're working for. So yeah, this is how you can kind of talk to Clippy here. And remember, turn the brain on, because the brain is what's going to start feeding your preferences and your preferences and your information to Clippy, the agent within Clipit, and it's going to allow you to get better outputs. Like I said, one of the things that if you guys have tuned in, is I've been training it on is like, hey, I want it to finish the thought. I don't want it to cut off before a word or after a word, or not finish the whole complete sentence, or give it a proper structure, proposal, argument, conclusion. Like some of those things that I've been prompting it over these live streams. And then you can see that clip that we got, he finishes this whole thought and he doesn't cut off before the word. And then we can just cut it and go. Export it and go. So turn that brain on. It's the only way that Clippy, the agent within Clipit, is going to start getting that information and training itself and training on your outputs. So just one of those things that you want to do is turn on that brain, start interacting with that window. You're going to start to see some really cool improvements over the next couple of days of the chat window and tool calling and all those really fun things. So you can see here, it's spinning up multiple versions of itself. So there's the coordinator that processes our request, there's the thinker, which is thinking about this, and then the creative thinker is now going to delegate it to another model, and then it's going to pass it, and then eventually it's going to pass it to the tool creation, and the tool, I think it's tool executor, and then that's where it's going to give you that output, and you'll see it here live. You can see, I wanted you guys to see this because it's really cool to see, chat, like AI and chat windows think. So you can see the time here, it's loading, what step it's on, and then you'll see these two. These are live, so you'll see these actively populate the longer you wait, or however complex the task is. So that's one of those cool things over there as well. But look at that, boom, now it's routing again. But yeah, just know that this is getting a whole new overhaul soon. It's going to be really sleek, really nice. I talked about some of the roadmap on the stuff that I wanted to improve upon there. So that's going to be one of those fun things. But let me look at the X chat. I haven't looked in a little bit. Do we have any questions there? I know I had some people ask about onboarding and whatnot yesterday. So I want to make sure if there's one in here. Perfect. Just making sure. All right. We got some fun stuff coming for you guys. Fun stuff and some brand new updates to the product that as soon as they are live, I will show you guys, right? We also too is we want to start making essentially onboarding or educational content around the tool so that you guys have all the tools you need and all the information you need to start clipping with this platform. So you can see here, it gave us, let me craft on Twitter, captions for you. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you can ask it for that. Now let's ask it this. It's gas. Perfect. Actually, let's add the whole video now. Breaking. Perfect. Let's say, based on the clips you created, can you make me a posting schedule? Whoops. I don't think you guys can see that. Let me move myself so you guys can see. Perfect. Here, so down here, I'm adding the whole video, and I'm saying, right, based on the clips you created, can you make me a posting schedule for platforms that these clips will perform, whoops, the best. Perfect. So now we just asked it for the caption for that one clip. Now I want to ask it for, based on the whole video and the 11 clips that are created, can you create then for me kind of a posting schedule on how I can go about posting these clips and where to post them, right? So I had a really fun interaction with some community members yesterday. They're like, hey man, like I'm very new to this, right? Do you have any tips for me on how to do this? And I'm like, hey man, like we're building out this platform. Look at that. We're building out this platform to help you guys with these things, right? So help you with getting started on clipping, helping, you figure out how to make a social copy, all those really fun things that you just kind of learn. So we're working on getting these tables because we figured out is once you ask for a lot of data, right? So you see here, like I said, this is part of building in public and showing you guys what we need to improve on. And this is one of the things we're improving on is when there's a lot of information within this chat window here, you can see it gets cut off, but you can still like copy it and it gets the whole, gets the words that you aren't seeing as well. That's one of the things I learned. So you see, we got the caption and now we have a 7-day posting schedule, right? So 9 a.m. even gives you times. And if you want to cross platform, right? So 9 a.m. Twitter, here's the clip, right? Use this clip and why this works. And then here, LinkedIn at this time, use this clip and why it works. So it's going to walk you through step by step, right? And then essentially, once this platform, essentially here's what's going to happen. We're going to get to a point in the platform where you're going to ask it for these things in the chat window. And you're going to be able to say, cool, can you post those for me? And then it's going to be able to grab that clip, get the time frame, and it's going to post it, right? Or probably that's probably the way down the road, right, in terms of how we want this thing to work and feel. But right, so it's going to be like, cool, like you have this here, and then it's going to take you to that window, and it's going to be like, cool, do you want to post this at this time? And then you can post it. So one of the cool things is like it's going to walk you through how to do a lot of this. You just need to find the videos. You need to find the videos, find the content you want to see, and then actively just use the platform that's going to walk you through how to clip, how to make social copies, and all those really cool things. That's what I mean is we're trying to become, it's a new age of content creation and short form content and media in general, where now we're building these tools that's going to, allow you to post 1,000 clips or whatever it needs to be, or make 200 in a day. Like that's one of the things that we're improving on. And we want people to use this platform is just start using it, start clipping with it, and start training the model so that essentially it's just learning and its clips are becoming better and better and better. So with this becoming this new model, like it's really you don't have to know anything about clipping. You can just sign up, find a video, and get ready to post it. So you can see Wednesday, more clips. Like this is, I didn't even look at these other clips. I just asked it to, you know, make me a calendar for this. And you can see Friday, platforms, Saturday, cool. And then it gives you, right? So here's your platform strategy summary. Twitter, 5 posts, Twitter/X 5, TikTok 5, LinkedIn 3. Like it's diverse too. So here's your key tips, right? Thread your tweets, use hashtags, engage with the comment. Like look at that. Like this is all stuff that if you're an experienced clipper, like I'm sure you're doing, right? So this also too just becomes like an encyclopedia for your clips. So one of the really cool things there that if you guys haven't played around with this, definitely use this because it's only going to get better, right? And you can see down here, it's asking you all these things. But yeah, man, it's one of those really cool features within this that I wanted to show you guys. And I'll have that clip exported. I can show you guys that in a second. But one thing I was talking about that I like to do, and it might be fun to do this on the stream since we're building in public and let you guys know kind of my workflow. So give me a second here. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here. I'll talk you through this. But so we'll look at that clip first. Let me go pull that up so that you guys can see the captions exported and everything. Downloads. Here we go. Okay, let me shrink this so it doesn't take up my whole screen. Okay, and then I'm gonna stop sharing real quick. Stop screen, and I'm gonna share this with you guys. Okay. So this is the clip that we were making here. Let me get out of the way. Perfect. So here's the clip, right, that we just got, and we just saw the whole walkthrough. So here is it exported on my device.
So making vehicles autonomous is critical. Like I think it was like 10 years ago, I said that, you know, in the future, any vehicle that is not electric and autonomous, like if you're riding a vehicle you have to drive yourself that is gasoline powered, it's going to be like riding a horse and using a flip phone, which is to say that there's still some people somewhere that ride horses, but not zero horses. It's just rare. And some people somewhere are still using flip phones, but there's not many, you know. It's going to be a niche thing. So the future does not contain combustion vehicles, and there will be very few vehicles that are not autonomous. The future is autonomous electric vehicles.
Sure.
And so if the automotive industry does not move in that direction, they will be left out.
Boom. Clip it. So you guys can see, I made that clip live with you guys in like 10 to 15 minutes. And that was being picky. So this tool is going to allow you to create these clips at an unprecedented rate. You're going to be able to clip faster, clip more efficiently, and you're going to be able to add in your style and your touch, and then the model is going to learn on that, and it's going to adjust on that. Like that's what we're doing with Clipit, is we are your AI-powered content engine that's going to learn and adapt to your style and help you with your getting your audience and just finding the moments that matter, right? So that's just one of the cool things. But let me walk you through one of the here's essentially how I, let's say, build in public in terms of I'm going to say this. I need to learn Claude code. I need to learn how to build with it, right? I'm not very technical. Only way I've learned to use Claude code was so I could learn Remotion to make some cool graphics. But I need to learn it. And one of the things that I do, because I haven't learned it yet, is Figma, right? So I go into Figma. You can tell this looks very similar because when I was building this out, like I said, a year ago, this is how I got here, and I was able to kind of show UI and different improvements upon our platform and stuff that I was seeing that I wanted to get out of my head and show guys like Nick, other people, just kind of walk them through it. So this is very like almost identical to our platform, right? So here's another one, right? This is our live one, and that's our Figma. Like same thing. Like I'm telling you, when we built this thing out, I went into Figma and I was like, hey, we need this, make it look like this. right? And I was able to become essentially a UI designer just by learning these tools and learning to adapt to them. So I'm gonna show you guys here, one of the things we talked about is redoing. So this is literally exactly what we have, right? So this is cool stuff I'm talking about. So this is something, oh man, I skipped it. Let me refresh. This is one of the things I do want to add in that I think will be really useful for you guys. Let me get this up, right? So essentially right now, this is all very similar. You sign in, right? This is exactly what's on our platform. The cool thing is like none of this is a functioning backend. This is all just UI. So here's the cool thing I want to add to. Like you guys need to know, right? Welcome to Clipit. Here's how you do it. Upload your video. AI finds the moments, edit, schedule, publish, right? And then you can upload and it take you straight to that, you know, the upload feature. So this is essentially the same platform. This is my tweaks and how I want to improve it. Like I said, last week, I got on a Steve Jobs rabbit hole on YouTube and was like, user experience, which is true. And I was like, how can I improve upon that? So this is one of the ways that I'm doing that throughout this build in public. So one of the things I was saying is when we go to the, but I think the one thing that this thing sucks at is there's no way to get straight to the editor, which I don't like. But like I said, none of this is functional right now. This is all just Figma UI based on our platform that I kind of go in and then tweak things and readjust and try and figure out the best way to make something look. So here's what I'm going to do, right? So I was telling you guys this. I'm going to edit here. This is a rough polish of the editor. So what I'm going to do here is, right, so we have, this is essentially what it is. But what I'm going to do is we have kind of have this thing, right? And I was saying I want to move this essentially down here, right? So it's like these cards kind of pop up, right? So sorry, they pop up and that's when your clip is selected and then it pops up and you pick another one. So like I want to move this down here essentially. And then once you click on one of these and they pop up, then a timeline spins up. So maybe that's something I'll dabble with in Figma and, you know, mess around with. But that's essentially kind of how I go from what I'm seeing on the product to how I implement things and how I want things to look and feel and adjust. So actually, let's try that. I'm very curious. So I'm going to have it do this real quick. Literally, I'm going to go in here. Actually, I have that Claude. I have that Claude file. Sorry, chat. That I should just. Am I signed in on it over here? I am. That I showed you guys earlier. I'll just, because that has the exact prompt that I need to do. Okay. I'll do these two right here. I'll do actually these three. So I'm literally going to copy that list I showed you guys earlier. And I'm going to do this. I'll say fix the experience here. Let's make these adjustments. Whoops. Give you guys a little secret sauce here. If you guys aren't using Figma, use it. Okay, so let's see what that does. We're gonna let that run for the editor. And that will kind of give us what I guess it will visualize and show you guys what I'm thinking about how I want the editor to look and feel. And that way too, it's just like, you're like, oh, that'd be cool to add. And then we can boom, go ahead and add something similar to that. Like I said, our dev, Nick, I give him a lot of this feedback, but he often goes above and beyond and ships something that's even better than I could have even imagined. So like I give him kind of a guideline. And then at that point, like I said, the quick clips thing, I gave him a bunch of great ideas. And then he was like, dude, click that magic wand. And I clicked it and I got those captions and the animations popped up. So like I give him all this feedback and I present this to him, but like I'm telling you right now, he's gonna find another way and a better way to that feedback that I'm feeding this right now. like he's gonna find a better way to make that experience for you guys. So just stay tuned for when those happen. Yeah, we'll let that work a little bit. I'm gonna go paste over in the Pump.fun. If you guys are on the Pump stream, what's up? I think you guys need a code to try and beta test this. So I'm gonna cut one of those and paste that over. So I'm gonna cut one of the. So if you're on that stream, there is a beta access code where you can get free. You can come to the site and get free credits to start using this. I'm sure some of you dudes are over here farming this, but as long as you're using it, like, there you go. It's in that chat right now, so you guys can grab that, go to clipit.dev and start using our platform so we can see it's working here. Like I said, this is all kind of how I get stuff out of my mind into a canvas and then pass it on to people. So this is kind of how I build in public, not being very technical. And, you know, in knowing my luck, Nick would be like, dude, you're going to learn Claude Code and start building this stuff with me. And then he'd hand me the keys and the car's totaled. So this is just one of my ways to play it safe and show him what I'm thinking about and kind of build out in public along with you guys and along with him. So just that's why I do this, essentially. Why I do the Figma method, just because it's cool, right? But yeah, let's look at one of these other clips while we're waiting for that to go. How self-driving drives will save your life. Tesla AI can drive you while you sleep. A funny story on this video. I was driving on the freeway and I was heading to a client that I work for that needed some work done. And I was driving on the road and I see the Model Y, a white Model Y, kind of, you know, speed up next to me. Sorry, in my rearview mirror, I see him and he's like looking in the back seat. And like, I think he went and grabbed his like AirPods and he put them on. And then I was like, okay, what is this guy doing? And then he got up next to me and I see him pull on his laptop and I could see his screen and this dude's like in a Google Meet, like driving, and the Tesla Model Y is driving him. And I'm sitting here and I'm driving. I'm like, dude, the future is so cool. I was like, this dude is on like max product. He's always productive, right? He's in the car on a meeting. He has his laptop in hand, just grabbed his headphones, put them on. I don't know why he has headphones, but he's in the car. And he's sitting there and I could see him as he's turning, like I see his laptop and he's in like a Zoom or a Google Meet. And I'm like, dude, this is, I literally was like, dude, this is so sick. I was like, the future is amazing. Like I'm playing around with this stuff. And then like we have self-driving cars and this dude's in a full meeting, like in this Tesla, and I'm driving my car normally and I see him zip past me and the car's driving itself. It was pretty sick to see. But so we'll wait for that to go. But yeah, this little side tangent while it's Elon and there's Teslas in the background. But let's see. Here we go. Your personal C3.
From a technical standpoint, you'll be able to fall asleep in the Tesla and wake up at your destination.
Load a different clip. Hold up. So we'll refresh that real quick. I think this might be the easier method. So if you guys don't know, if the timeline doesn't show up, there's this button up here where you guys can click and get the timeline to show up. Here we go. This should load it now. Yeah. Okay. So here's another clip from that.
From a technical standpoint, you'll be able to fall asleep in the Tesla and wake up at your destination. So that's very exciting. We've got the Optimus program, which is going to be the first humanoid robot. And I think, you know, sometimes people say, well, what would that be used for? Like, well, who wouldn't want their own personal C-3PO R2-D2? But even better, you know, and you can think of like all the reasons, like, you know, do you want someone, do you need a robot to, you know, take care of your kids or walk the dog or, you know, take care of elderly parents or something like that? Then Optimus can do those things. So that's very exciting. Yeah, you know, we're going to be starting production of the Tesla Cybercab here at Gig.
So that's pretty cool. There's another clip. Let's see how this is doing. Okay, so it's still working. Here we go.
Gigafactories, so we don't have to worry about ergonomics and stuff.
Well, we have to be a little careful about that one. I don't want people to worry about their job, you know?
No.
So, I mean, the honest answer for AI and robotics is long-term, working will be optional. Like long-term, you know, which is 10 years from now or less, work will be optional. Like if you want to work, you can. Like, kind of like if you grow vegetables, you can grow vegetables in your garden, or you can get them from the store. It's optional to grow vegetables in your garden.
Yeah.
But some people still like to do it. You know, it's extra work to grow your own vegetables, but it's, you know, people enjoy the process. That's going to be how work is in the future. It'll be like, you can work if you want to.
Very cool.
So there's another clip from Elon there talking about work. Oh. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. This is, I asked to do those prompts, right? So we're going to see if it did some live changes on what I asked it to do. So then, like I said, this is not functional. This is based on our platform, how I get it out of my mind into a canvas to show to people. But you can see a lot of it's very similar. We're going to generate, there's just some cool, fancy stuff that I think looks cool, but not necessarily needed. Yeah, so we'll see what it did in the editor, because that's what I did. If you guys are just tuning in, I have kind of a doc of the editor features that I'm looking into. Okay, so that happened. I don't see the clips though. So yeah, oh wait, looks like they're there, but it doesn't really understand the card aspect, which is, you know, it's Figma. It's not the best model in the world, but essentially that was just one of those things I was going to tell you, like kind of how I built that out. But essentially, you can think of this, literally what these are right here, throwing them down here, right? And they kind of slide up and pop, and then you can see that clip, and then you can edit it further. So that's just kind of what I was thinking about showing you guys and kind of how I build that out. But yeah, that's a cool, fun thing. Let's see here. What else should I show you guys? So we got some more clips. Like I said, right after this, I'll do a spaces as well, where we can kind of dive into the product more. If you're new to clipping, that's one of the things I also got too, was we had some users talk about essentially, hey, I'm new at this. How do I get started? This platform is going to help you with a lot of that. If you're new to clipping and you're just getting started, this platform is built to help new users and experienced users create clips, create them fast, create them with high production outputs, and also for it to learn how you clip. So yeah, if you're just starting into clipping, literally just start using our platform. It's going to walk you through most of it. We're shipping stuff at a fast rate. So if you come across some errors, just know that we're working. We're actively, like, literally, I'm sure Nick is watching this and pushing stuff at the same time. So just one of those things that be aware, like we're tracking it, and we have like essentially an auto log system in place where if an error does come up, it gets sent straight to our dev, and then we can get that all fixed. So yeah, one of those cool things that we are shipping and doing for you guys. But is there anything you guys want to see specifically or want me to dive into? I mean, I know a lot of this is, I mean, I guess we could see, let's try this. I don't know if this is hooked up yet. I'm going to say, what other functions can you do? I'm just going to ask it, because I don't know what's plugged into it yet, but let's ask the AI what functions it can do for us and what it can help us do. I'm very curious to see what it says. Looks like I'm floating because I have a black chair. It's pretty funny. All right. Let's see. If you guys are just tuning in, we made a couple clips on this new Elon interview, talking mostly about Tesla and whatnot. So yeah, just asking it. We had it build us a social copy. We had it build us a Twitter caption or X. And now I'm literally like, I want to see what tools it has available, if it has anything, because I know we have it. It's going to be set up to have all these different tools going. but I don't know what's actually hooked up yet. So I'm just gonna ask it like, hey, what functions can you do for me? So we'll see how that goes. Right, all right, all right. Come on. So it looks like it's thinking. Oh, look at that. If you didn't see that on there, it said, how do I work? Oh, you guys can't see. Let me move myself. Boom. So I asked it, what other functions can you do? It can list your videos. It can list your clips. It can get details. It can search your transcript. Clip creation and editing, right? Trim and modify, score clips for platforms, creative content. So this is some of the cool stuff, man, that we're working on, right? Creative content generation, thumbnail creation, viral titles and hooks, social media captions, video, just like, look at B-roll generation, like plan B-roll, generate B-roll. Like this is stuff that, like I said, we haven't really touched the editor that much as of now, but there's all these tools and cool features that it already knows it's going to have. So we just have to kind of put things up and test it, see the outputs we get. So this is some of the stuff that's on the timeline, right? B-roll generation. Literally be able to create the clip, be like, cool, that's what people. Let's add this animation, right? The one we're talking about Remotion. You want to add Remotion in the two, so you get those really nice, high quality outputs in terms of like things sliding in and out. A cool graphic that pops up based on your video. This is really cool. How I work. I use a team of specialized AI models: the transcript master, the creative thinker, and the tool executor. That's cool. Let's see. I'm just gonna ask it. Let's see if it can. I'm gonna add that clip. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's just see. And it was, what clip are we currently on? Let's do this at gas. Okay. Can you create? Let's see. I don't think it's gonna work because I don't think it's hooked up, but it doesn't worth trying it live on stream. Whoops. Let's see. Like I said, we'll see if this works. I don't think everything's hooked up properly in order for it to get the trigger, but I could be wrong. But let's just see what it does here. Very curious. Yo, sorry, I didn't see the chat. Is it AVHN? Yo, is this a long term or just for this? Is long term, man. So I've been building this out since last year, September 2025. And we've entered this kind of just to, get some eyes on it. Kind of because if you guys don't know, I've been already doing a lot of recording and making like a 90-day journey before the hackathon. So this is one of the things that, just kind of seemed to fit together. And since I quit everything and stopped and wanted to do this, we decided to join the hackathon. So this, this is a long-term project. It's a long-term project, but I'm also having fun, right? So I hope that answers your question, sir. But if you're interested, clipit.dev is our site. And then at that point, you can get onboarded. You're in the chat there, so you can grab one of those. You can grab one of those access codes and hop on the site and start using it. And I hope that helps. So, yeah, we are long term. We are in this for the long haul. We are building and shipping as fast as we can. We have a core community group of 100. I want to say, let's see if there's a new, look at this. Let me refresh this before I show it. All right. 100 and look at this, guys. 122 creators. You guys are rocking it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah. Let's see. It's still looking through. Like I said, I'm curious to see how far this gets because I don't know how much of this is hooked up or not. So we'll see if we can create some B-roll live on stream. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's see. Look at that. So it's coordinator, routing the plan, creative thinker. So it's thinking for 2 minutes. Like I said, I don't know what the output we'll get. We'll see if we get something. If we do, it's going to be, first of all, super sick. Maybe it gives us a plan too. So we'll see. Like we said, we're planning on adding over 20 plus tools into the platform that will then you guys will have at your disposal to get B-roll, to make thumbnails. Oh, so it looks like, yeah, let's see. So it looks like it planned it out for us. Oh, that's cool. It gives you the cost. Look at this. So B-roll concepts for gas cars are the new horses and flip phones. Based on the transcript, here are 3 compelling B-roll concepts. Vintage start frame, a vintage gas station with classic muscle cars, right? Nostalgic feel, sleek futuristic Tesla. That's cool. Transition, smooth, more from old to new. Tone, nostalgic to futuristic. Look at that. Even gives you the estimated cost. So going back to your credits here, right? And how much usage you're using. So it's like, that's cool. So I would recommend, right, if I'm a user and I have a limited amount of credits, I would definitely be like, cool, let's plan out some B-roll, estimate how much clip it's going to cost. And then at that point, you can adjust based on your needs. So that's cool, right? So 200, it's going to cost about 250 to 300 clip just to make some B-roll. So you can plan it out here. And then concept 2, here's another one. Split screen left shows. Okay, so it looks like if I copy this, I think we can see it. But it looks like it says shows a horse carriage on a dirt road, right side, a electric car or a gas car, an abandoned gas station, both in muted vintage tones. That's cool. Slow zoom out, revealing. Okay, look at that. So it's a cheaper. It even give you a cheaper cost. Illustrates the riding the horse comparison. Concept 3, the future is electric, right? That's cool. So that one's a little more expensive. So it's actively planning this out. So eventually, right, when you ask it to do these tasks, it's gonna then get that tool call, and it's gonna be like, boom, here's your B-roll new edited clip, right? So this is like, you can see it thinking about how it's going to perform those actions, and then you can adjust it based on that, right? So look at this. Next steps. Would you like me to plan the concept 1, plan a different concept, or modify? So look at this. Just say plan concept 1, and I'll get the exact cost. Let's just say plan concept 1. All right. So now we're going to see how much usage something like this might cost. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I am multitasking while we're doing this. Perfect. We got an output. Let me see. Just bear with me, guys. I have something coming up I need to check. Okay, sorry. So yeah, so you can see it's planned out that concept now, right? So we have the B-roll concepts, and bear with me, guys. I'm trying to find something while I'm doing this. Okay. I'm gonna copy this. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. See if this works. Okay. All right, so let's go back into this. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so you can see it planned out the B-roll here. So it's going to show you the concept based on the transcript. It's going to show you the start frame, end frame, how much it's going to cost. So it looks like it did the same thing again. Okay, noted. Oh, it's buffering. I wonder if it added it. There's no way. Did it? That'd be crazy. Did it do it? I don't think it did. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, I don't think it did it. I think it just planned it. But essentially that's some of the stuff we have coming up for you guys that I wanted to show you. I got to run here a little bit. I got some really fun meetings I got to do for Clipit. So yeah, we're building out in public with you guys during this hackathon, actively working and shipping on getting stuff done. Like you guys can see, the editor's about to have a new rehaul. The chat window's about to get even better. We want to add tool calls, right? B-roll, all those different tools you saw there. If you are new, 2 things. Clipit.dev, sign up. If you need codes, go ahead and do this. 2 things. Go to, let me share my screen again. All right, if you are new, go to Clipit Dev on X, and then Clipit Council. That's where we post the clips, where you'll have straight access to us, and you'll be able to get access codes. The other way to get access codes is if you're in the Pump.fun streams. That's another way you'll get some codes in there. So if you're new, do that. I go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically is the best time for me. Today we were a little late because I had some important building public calls that I had to do for you guys, for the community, to make this product great. So yeah, with that being said, start using this, start sharing what you're using with us. We have some great things coming down the timeline that we're gonna be working on shipping, and hopefully by the next time you guys tune into a live stream, the whole thing has got an overhaul. So stay tuned for the next one. I think it's gonna be a really big one. But yeah, you guys are the best. You guys are killing it. 122 users as of right now, and you guys have created over 1,000+ clips. And it's been fun. It's been fun to build with you guys, and we're excited to do this hackathon and showcase really great partners that are really great people within the hackathon and what they're building, because builders deserve that spotlight, right? If you're real and you're shipping things and you want to build in public and have that, have that pressure of trying to ship something and getting it done and executing, we want to clip it, right? We want to clip that, and we want to showcase that for all of the Pumpfun Hackathon people watching and tuning in, and just kind of giving them like a highlight reel. So yeah, if you're building in public and you have a great product, let us know what it is, and we would love to clip it, right? So yeah, stay tuned for what's coming. It's really fun things, but I will catch you guys on Monday with some fun, I hope with some nice fun announcements. But yeah, with that being said, this is, first essentially week, and it's been fun, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. I'll be posting some clips over the weekend, so look for those as well. But with that being said, I'm Jordan. We're building Clipit to be your next media content generation engine of the future. And yeah, I will see you guys on Monday. Deuces.